that when you experience an event that you might call a miracle, an extraordinary, remarkable event, you can't wish to share it with somebody. You're bursting until you can tell them what happened. Well, what I've noticed in my work is that as people share these events, talk about their remarkable experience, there is something magical that happens. They are being transformed by the stories they're telling, and they're being uplifted, they're being shifted, their energy shifts to a feel better place. These stories actually have a healing impact on these individuals. And the stories are allowing them to feel a greater sense of peace, inner harmony, a sense of wholeness, and they do much better. So I look at these stories and I think, my goodness, these stories that my patients have shared with me over the years, they have healing power. And I felt it was important to bring the stories together and form a collection that I called Healing Stories of Love, Loss, and Hope. Because I felt that if they could heal my patients, and they were, and they could heal me because I was experiencing this transformation as well just from listening to them, then they would have the power to help you. Because loss is a part of life. And when we experience the stories of others that have helped them get through tough times, we too are given the gift of hope that we can do the same. So here was my vision, that while reading these stories of people who had undergone great losses and trauma, while reading their stories and reading about the miracles they had experienced, that you too would identify with a particular story that had meaning for you or a particular character, and that in viewing these characters and seeing how they were going through their experiences and how they were being uplifted by them, that in turn you would be given a sense of hope that you could get through your difficult situations. In fact, the characters would be role models for you, that you would be able to survive your difficult situations just as they have as well. Now, I look at these stories as miracles, and miracles by definition are those events which are out of the ordinary and can be ascribed to a higher power. But what we know about miracles is that they are about love. And we also know that they involve a change in perspective. When you decide that you're going to open your heart to the possibility of possibilities, that something else is possible, then you're able to see things from a higher vantage point. You see things differently, and the way you see things tends to make you feel better. That is one of the gifts that comes out of reading this collection of healing stories. And another gift is the fact that these are individuals, many of these, who really listen to their intuitive wisdom. And that allowed them to experience miracles. As I have said before on so many occasions, your intuition is a function of you loving yourself and loving others, feeling really good and confident about the ability to listen to that still small voice inside. And so as you read these stories of people who listen to that inner voice, the same voice you have speaking to you, and they chose to listen, those stories are going to give you hope. Hope that perhaps you're not alone, because when they listened, they were given the help they needed. And perhaps that love does not die, and perhaps we actually are very powerful beings with great resources, including the gift of intuition. And we actually can be viewing ourselves now as resilient beings, capable of surviving difficult situations. So these stories, I feel, have the power to inspire us, to motivate us, and to touch our soul.